I'm Elise Archer, visibility coach for purpose-driven leaders. Today I want to talk with you about how to easily organize the content of your book, your keynote, or your course. Or for that matter, really anything you're putting together where you need to compile a bunch of information and make it make sense. So in my work as a brand strategist, I'm working with a lot of clients right now who are either working on writing a book, creating a new keynote, or they want to take the information that they teach in their one-on-one programs, whether through coaching or consulting, and turn it into some sort of an information product like a course or a membership so that they can make money without having to be there actually delivering their service all the time. But the challenge with this can be that oftentimes you have so much in your head and so much knowledge and so much to share that it can feel really daunting to figure out, well, how the heck do I take all of these things and compile it in a way that makes sense and is logical? And how do I take content that feels like at its surface, it could be about 20 different things and pull it together into a cohesive program, book, content, etc. Right? So I wanted to teach you something today that our team at Brand Builders Group, our team and I call the modular content method. And part of why it's so cool is you can use it and apply it to really anything where you're needing to organize information in a way that makes sense and is logical and is cohesive. And so it's a 4-part framework that you can use. And our co-founder, Rory, used this framework when he was writing his first book, Take the Stairs. And this framework is so effective that he was able to put the book together in a week, and it became a New York Times bestseller. So this stuff works. All right, so here is the 4-part framework. So what you're going to start with is a story. So basically you're going to take your content, you're going to organize it into different chapters, right? In each of those chapters, you're going to have 4 parts. The first part is a story. What is something that you can share that's personal, that's going to open it up, that's going to draw people in emotionally, right? That's typically going to be more compelling than just starting off spewing facts at people. So start with the story. The second piece of it is you want to have a point. So what is the point that you're trying to communicate? What is the thing that you want your reader, your listener, your course taker to take from that story? And when you're writing a book or when you're giving a keynote, oftentimes that point is going to be the same. It's kind of like, what's your core message of your content? It's going to be the same through each chapter. And this is an important distinction from people who write books that do okay versus those that actually really affect change and sell lots of copies, is that there's like one clear message that people can take that's really memorable and that they can apply to any part of their life. So I'll use Rory's book as an example with Take the Stairs. The key message in it is basically do things you don't want to do. It's all about self-discipline. For my personal brand, which is a lot about visibility, how do we overcome the insecurity that shows up as we work to become more visible? My message is give more of yourself. So it's really tied to generosity. And how can you give more of yourself, whether it's sharing more content, showing up more openly and boldly on video, etc. And so that tends to be the through line through a lot of the content I create. So you need to have a message for all of your content that's the underlying theme of everything you're putting out there that really ties it together. The next piece, so the third piece that you're going to share in each chapter or block of content or module of content really is going to be a framework. So this is part of where creating your own IP or intellectual property comes into place. So what sort of system can you teach? What sort of framework can you create to help people take the concept from this story that you've shared and actually make it make sense? So this is going to look like a visual. This is going to look like something that I can remember, like a 3-step method. A great example of this, if you're a Hal Elrod fan, is Hal Elrod, who wrote The Miracle Morning, talks about the life savers. So it's a process that you go through every morning to have this amazing miracle morning that's going to start off your day. And that one framework has really become the crux of his brand and helped him build a really influential personal brand that changes people's lives. And then the final step is basically giving people a behavior. What's the one thing you want them to do as a result of learning this new framework or reading this chapter or hearing this part of your keynote? What's one thing that I can remember to do? So for example, for Rory with Take the Stairs, the title of it is a great reminder of what his one behavior is, which is basically anytime you're standing and you're facing an escalator and a set of stairs, take the stairs. So that's extremely memorable. It's a way where in real life, people can be reminded of who you are, of your message, of your brand, anytime they're faced with making a choice. And so we really want to figure out what is that behavior that you want people to take as a result of learning this new framework and interacting with your content. So that is the modular content method, and it is something that you can use to frame and structure and easily organize any of your content. Again, whether you're on a stage, whether you're writing a book, whether you're creating a course, so on and so forth. So I hope that was of service to you. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're watching this in real time, there is still time to make it to our bestseller book outline event, which is happening August 28th and 29th in Nashville, Tennessee. Send me a message if you're interested in joining us. It's going to be a packed house. You're going to be learning this and so much more, all about how do you not only write your book, but then how do you sell and market your book? How do you get on the bestseller list? How do you use your book to drive your brand and drive revenue for your business? So send me a message if you're interested in joining. Thank you for the honor of your attention. I hope this is of service to you, and I can't wait to hear your biggest takeaways in the comments below. Bye for now.